We are ready to jump into the action. Ladies and gentlemen, one more slot is available for the playoffs. Will it be Monte? Will it be MIBR? Time will tell as we get into the rematch here, kicking things off once again on Vertigo. Last time it was MIBR that blew Monte out of the water. Their pick 16-6, looking to bounce back and show they can be competitive. And have got better as the tournament progresses here, and we'll have a look at the buys as they come through. But with the CT starts here for Monte with the Ukrainian core. 7 guns deployed once again. It's going to be Bro and Krasnal with the dual elites in hand, 1 flashbang available, and in terms of MIBR, they've got quite a tactical approach. I think we've seen this before from them. The smoke and T-spawn, Molotov available, and the duels are underway here. Demka under pressure.
A lot of pressure. Just as his vision's restored off that flashbang, he's taken down. Nice one back from Waro on the sandbags and fully invested into this position. He has Krasnal with the dual Berettas just driving down the ramp, finds himself a double, and now real struggle street for Insani. Hard shots to hit, especially at this range, and his teammate exit. No armor, should surely go down. He does take one with him, but there it is. Monte's pistol. And Bro raising his voice immediately, making it clear he's going to have a good day in the office. Gets himself off that 0 straight away.
Well, there we go. Monte, quite the start there, pushing back. And they say Perchand were not really much done. No bomb planted. MIBR only finding a couple of kills in total as Krasnal with those dualies with the heavy lifting here. Bro chimes in as well as we see MIBR with the conservative approach here. No force whatsoever. A couple of P250s. That's about it. So Monte off to a flying start here. 2-0 at least confirmed as Waro. He looks to get active. He's got the M4 in hand. Spots a few players. Flashed off. It's a little bit stifling, but overall well handled. 3 kills found and should be the 4th as well. Poor old Safe will try and see if he can do anything with this. He's behind enemy lines, so maybe a kill is available to him. We'll see what he can make of it.
Yeah, I feel like there's a couple of kind of early warning detectors that we could look to kind of inspect throughout this game, right? For MIBR, there's a few players who I think you can look to keep an eye on here. Drop has given us some of his better performances here on Vertigo. It's a map that, as I've kind of touched on every single time I've talked about MIBR, he used to play a great deal of in Furia, right? So he feels quite at home here, even though he does get, you know, pigeonholed into some of the harder spots. He's normally pretty well equipped to deal with it. On top of that, I want to look at Insani. He's had some of his worst games on Vertigo, even though it's a map that MIBR have picked into a lot. So I want to see how he starts the day. And then lastly, it's Safe, who just needs to keep doing what he's done all tournament long, which, don't get me wrong, is have great games, but, you know, he's a no issue so far. Bit of a push over towards ramp, and we get into this 4v4 as space is taken by Monte. And if MIBR had committed through that, they would have regained the ramp control, but they're not to know that Monte up and left after dropping that smoke. Ooh, cheeky little boost up over towards short. I mean, you feel like this is good for the one and done no matter what. You feel like even if Insani is ultra careful with how he approaches this, surely he ain't checking for the boost this late in the round. When he sees ramp has been fully conceded, maybe that draws his attention up, and yeah, he saw something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it looked like he did.
Maybe it was just part of his flight path. Didn't actually see the top of their head, and yeah, it looks like that was the case. Waro takes down Insani's ramp presence, and now real trouble for MIBR brewing. You got 2 smokes. You can give it a go into the B site. Currently just occupied by Bro towards Guardian. Maybe they can get the bomb down after all here.
10 seconds remain. A scramble towards the side. It's Bro that's smoked off. They've got no utility left on the T side. That's the bomb drop through the smoke as well. So the round is done. That should have been an MIBR victory. They had that opening frag. It was looking so good for them. Young dropped early, but got nothing done. Blocked out by the utility. Funnel back in towards B and just limping onto the site with no time left. And we've said a lot about MIBR. They seem to be the biggest nemesis is always the clock. Always such a rush to try and finish out the round, and they don't get anywhere near planting this time. Krasnal pushing down that MP9, the boost as well. Fantastic setup, good response after losing that first frag. You see the utility, it's just such an issue. Couldn't get that default plant down, and once more MIBR will be entering with a force behind a couple of players. Exit and drop go all in with the AK-47s. Deagles otherwise here as they try and operate on the half buy.
Yeah, a bit of a whiff on the Hampus smoke that time, so not going to have the luxury of having that deployed to Scaff. An incendiary in as an alternative. Denker on the jump spot. And I feel like this head-to-head, you know, both of these teams have had their moments. MIBR turning heads with some very sound, fundamentally sound Counter-Strike, even despite the fact they haven't been together that long as a unit. You could say the same for Monte, having to recover from the loss of a superstar in Boros. And down goes Waro. Dropped with the first frag, but there is only 2 rifles here, Harry, and so the first from drop is essential.
It really is. Even that spam from Demka makes me nervous, but they're not going to try and pressure him in any meaningful way. They do just concede this ramp control now. They're fine with the 5v4. They're trying to keep Monte guessing and trying to get ahead of some of these rotates that they imagine they've pulled around the map with that 1 kill over towards ramp. What Monte have done here is really trying to read the game ahead of time. They've kind of deduced this this lean back over towards B, supplementing the site with 3, leaving the A site all down to Demka, and he's just challenging from elevators. So even here's a super fast rotate here. This is not going to be easy for MIBR. Ooh. Dropping Insani, open up with a couple, but Bro's trying to buy time, trying to deny this plant, and if he gets that, he's won them the round. MIBR can't do it. This one gets away from them on the back of Bro and the clock.
The exact same scenario. How many times did they need to lose by virtue of the clock to actually start making some adjustments here? Another one slips by the wayside. It was the half buy, but still no plan again. 2 players won't get cash, and it all falls apart once more on the B side of the map here. Holding on for dear life. Bro did so much damage, just enough to deny the plant as well, and that was everything. As soon as that comes through, Demka knows he can just peel off. Situation confirmed, and it will be MIBR now in a very complicated round going forward. A mixed bag, as a couple of players did take an eco. There is a buy, but it's a little bit more complicated than that with 2 players not getting resources.
Yeah, a little bit higgledy-piggledy, a Galil 4 exit. MIBR trying to get out of the starting blocks, but Monte winning that first gun round and the second now ahead of them. Going to create a nice, comfortable cushion of rounds they'll be able to rest their head upon, as well as couple of Benjamins, nice and comfortable to lie upon. Bank balance starting to swell if they can win this one clean.
So, what kind of aggression will we see here? A ramp has been an issue, throwing the ramp smokes. Breno waiting for any sort of CT swings here, but they're playing quite conservatively. Holding the sandbags, and AWP in towards middle in the hands of Waro, the in-game lead up. And probing for information here. Flashbang goes round. Krasnov will peek for a duel. Takes a little bit of damage there. Quite a lot now with the HE landing right at his feet, but still a 5-on-5. So it's confirmed at least activity at the A ramp.
It looks like they're going to go and back up again, right? After making this contact over towards A. And this has been kind of MIBR's go-to move in this one. Make a bit of noise over at ramp, go back over towards B. But this time, it looks like they might want to follow through with this A play. Now, that is an awkward fight for Exit. It's one where he should feel pretty comfortable in it. Usually, ooh, the boost spotted. Insani doesn't want to fall down to that again, but he's not able to capitalize. He at least knows that 2 players were close on short. If anything, though, this is a little awkward for MIBR. They can kind of work out that this site probably has a lot of bodies in it after they see that boost and they know they've lost the info in mid. Monte. Lots to respond with here. The util comes out, but MIBR do not make a dent. Still yet to get a kill, and it's going to end that way. A flawless round for Monte as they move up 5-0. And they get there without losing a single player.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess so far for the Brazilians. Had 2 prime opportunities to post rounds on the board, but it's all gone horribly wrong here. Max from lost bonus, no plan once again. Sam Young gets full control of middle, funnels him in towards A, and the AKs get nothing done. Significant damage, sure, but apart from that, absolutely nothing. Round 6, and it's going to have to be the half buy here. Saving up for the AWP going forward. The rest of them, though, upgraded pistols and some Kevlar. They've got 5 smokes at least, so we'll try and run the clock down, I suppose. Their favorite thing to do, and see if they can execute, hopefully with enough time to plan.
this nade is so vogue right now. It gets damage every time. Into that deep corner. Kraz now committed to sandbags at this point, expecting the absence of a Molotov. It's a great call. He's got teammates to help. Supporting flashes. Oh, he's only kept up one. Good catch from Drop. Keeps the hope for a MIBR first round, at least afloat for a moment longer. It's going to have to be the final commitment. They're rejuggling their nades. It's going to be, what, 2 smokes now sailing through the air. An M4 could be retrieved if they get to the default boxes. They are up. The smokes, but not the players. SDY knocks down 2. Rifle recovered. Still very uncomfortable for them. Safe yet to frag. Escapes out short.
Yeah, he's going to get away with the M4 and a chance to play with this. He drops it down to exit to fight from ramp. Safe. Out on the rafters behind him is looking to double swing this with his captain if the situation calls for it, and it will. Smokes in at the top of ramp. It's that one way as well. They tap on the bomb, and now it's just the commit. 1 kill, 2 kills from Exit's M4, but it's not the defuser. He thought he got them off the bomb. In reality, it's someone else body blocking on that smoke. It goes down. And so the defuser's allowed to come through. Monte have kept this 6-0. This scoreline just keeps building in their favor. And MIBR, this feels like it's just missing that kind of MIBR spark that we've seen in some of these games.
Well, that's 3 opportunities now. That one not quite as close, but certainly had the opportunity with the big spray down there. Not quite finding the round, but keeping Monte modest. We'll see Demka, AK-47 in hand, where he does his most aggressive work for sure, for better or for worse. As I mentioned, the desk, he wins you a lot of rounds, can overstep the mark at times as well, be too aggressive. A lot of talent behind that AK. We'll see if he can utilize it here in round number 7. Continue the perfect streak for Monte. Flashbang comes through, but safe. Spots him through the gap. Down to Demka now. Gives up his position, finds that first kill, dropping the incendiary, trying to find some space to retreat if possible. He still is willing to fight, and for good reason. Finds the AWP on the other side. Maintains control, and we're down to a 3 versus 3 now. MIBR grouped together. I'm going to fall back through the smoke and start transitioning towards B.
Really loved that from Demka, knowing that he was about to have a triple swing into his face, probably not get away. He takes another one with him. Stamps saves ticket, takes the AWP out of the equation. Look at this holder. Multiple elevations in mid. That's almost a guaranteed trade you'd expect. But they're not going. They're heading straight towards B. And as of yet, that seems to be the path of least resistance. Get up.
They've got time, at least.
True. That's been a recurring theme.
Yeah, but they've got 40 seconds here. Bombs planted. And unfortunately for them, there's a lot of utility on the CT side. Smokes, Molotovs, HEs, flashes. As we'll see them deployed right now. Smoke towards the steps, buy them some control. And the commitment will come through here. They're going to have to find some frags upon entry. Reno stepping up. Crisp headshots here. Lovely work. That might be enough. Samda Young thrown into the clutch here. The bomb's ticking at some pace now. We're over the halfway point. 2 more kills to find. And they're playing it very well, giving him nothing to work with there. Playing together, no ammo remaining. And it's going to be the first round on the board from MIBR. It's taken a while to get here, but they finally posted it.
Yeah, about time they break through, right? And I mean, I got pretty nervous after Samda Young got the first even to begin that little 1v3 attempt. They managed to shut it out. MIBR, I hope this can kind of breathe a bit of life back into them. You know, thus far, it's kind of felt like MIBR are on autopilot. Even the fact, you brought up that nade down the ramp, just the other round, and that's kind of, those are the little details that MIBR are normally very, very good at figuring out. Oh, Samda Young, no account for that, just spams out the second man.
And he's actually got a nice grenade on towards exit as well. Sure, it's only 15 damage, but that's enough to guarantee at least a 1-ding kill for the M4, so that's significant still. We'll see the pressure continue to be applied, this time at the A-Ram. Krasnov with a nice spray. They've got control of the A-Ram, but Bruno might have snuck through here. Potentially slipping them there, but they have got more than enough in terms of firepower. Watching this position, Krasnov continues to be a nuisance for them. 4 versus 2, safe low, plenty of time, but what do they really do with it? What are the options here? Maybe just get a plant out of it, but it's looking likely to be 7-1 as they do encroach on the A-bomb side. Good nades.
Double nades. The molly will force the swing. Demka doesn't have his smoke, but he's out of the firing line for now. And here's all the supportive util out of Monte to lend him a bit of a helping hand. traps MIBR in a very awkward spot. Great util here for Monte, man. Like that's really what just helped them keep this so safe. You get into this kind of 4v2, you should be winning the round anyway, but you know, you have nades coming at you if you're up on headshot. The molly forces a wider swing.
It's going to be 7-1. Twitch chat's going to go absolutely nuts here. Prepare yourself. The servers are going to overload. Get ready, guys. Oh, you're already typing it. I can see it. Yep, let's go.
Yeah, well, the moderators, they've got their sword, their shield.
Exactly. We're going to need everyone fully equipped on the front line here. Twitch chat about to explode.
Oh my, Monte. Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying as well, Harry, that like they're... Monte clearly just acting like more of a unit in this defense there. Demka, you could see, got all the info and immediately... Oh, Woro actually does take down Safe the last minute.
Time.
Leaves him with only $1,000 dues in his pocket. A smile on Woro's face, the opposite on his adversary. Look at this second from SDY. That's gorgeous. And the rest just falling into place as well. We'll see Woro here catching a whiff of exit. And it's 7-1. Brazil, one round to boast.
Well, we'll see if Safe can make this MAC-10 work. Faster pacing this time, up and towards the A ramp and taking damage en route. Krasnov pushing them back. He's been so good with his utility. A nice incendiary, but caught out of position, and Sani will find it. Woro towards middle. Continues to frag here. Dropping the in-game lead up. Exit removed from the equation, and Demka, he's ready to get stuck in.
Yeah, he knows exactly what's up here. Lead headshot, Demka. He's warming into things nicely. Mechanically gifted is this man. Not ready for that push from Safe.
Oh, he shot the gun off. It flew out of the map. Won't matter. Safe's going to try and make it work on the MAC-10. And Breno finds that kill over towards short. Here's more nades raining in, making life hell for Safe. Breno's trying to support him, but Safe has got to win these fights alone. His teammate going to struggle to be too involved here. You see Breno is still trying to help out from ramp, but they get lined up. And in a split second, before MIBR even had the chance to realize that round was already taken away from them, that's kind of the worst way to lose it. You never got that moment of, okay, my teammate in the site died, I'm going to back off and play the 1v2.
Yeah,
you know, it's just insta, it's over, it's done, and now you got to stew in it.
Well, even worse than 7-1. It's now up to 8 as we take another tactical timeout called by the Brazilians here. Nice shot from Woro towards middle. Continued his dominance at the A bomb side as well. The AWP doing a lot of work. And now MIBR with cash at least. They will have $5,000, but I don't think they can justify the sniper rifle themselves. Not a big deal on the T side of Vertigo. But a player like Safe, you kind of want him to be operating with the sniper.
Right.
Only got 2 kills to his name so far.
Yeah, you know, this is problematic. You know, I said there's like 2 early warning signs we can look at. One would be Safe having a bad game, which here throughout Pro League has been more or less unheard of for this guy, or Insani struggling to get going, which has been a bit of a reoccurring problem on MIBR's Vertigo. And I think this is one of the issues that they're going to run into. Insani is this very aggressive, likes to be involved early, but the thing that we've seen is he frequently gets shut out on the T side of Vertigo. And so here, if, you know, Safe isn't delivering you those openings and Insani is running into the same issues as normal, it's like, well, where do you get your space? Where do you get the real estate? How are you going to get the ramp control to launch the A play or to manipulate the rotates to go back over to B? These are kind of elements that are missing for MIBR right now, so we're not even getting to see the MIBR game plan, because by the time they're even getting to those points to actually execute it, they're normally so wounded, so low on util. They haven't fooled Monte because Monte have a man advantage. It's kind of all stacked against MIBR right now, and this is a perfect game played from Monte. And so I think that's why it's just looking a little uglier than normal, because we've been praising MIBR all throughout this group, I feel like, for how clean the CS they've played has looked.
Well, they've done quite a good job at least staying alive for now. And look at the CT utility. There's 1 smoke remaining, a single flashbang. So in terms of the setups there, the defense, and what they can do against an execution, their options are limited. That's the final smoke being deployed towards B now. It's a bit of a one-way. We've got Demka's flash. That's all that's available. So in terms of execution potential, this should be great for MIBR, but that clock, it's starting to worry me somewhat here. 35 seconds. So are they going to execute just a classic 2 smokes, left and right, Molotov towards heaven, and you'd assume just a quick plant there. There's no way to really deny it unless you're playing in front of the smokes here. We'll see what can be done. There's that one flash.
Yeah. So, I am still concerned. 18 seconds as that smoke's thrown out. Still don't really have a way to disrupt the plant. In the absence of those nades, you can spam the smoke, and that's about it, which does lead to a kill. That's the bomb! Oh, no! You've lost the bomb! You've lost the round! It's happened again!
But like you know, you could see it happening, couldn't you? You know, and they're missing some of the opening moves. They're fearful as they get up ramp. They're thinking, well, why are Monte playing with no one facing us? Why do we have all this room? And then that leads you to believe, oh god, they're probably playing to deny the bomb. They're probably playing with nades, waiting on the other side of this smoke. And so at that point, you kind of realize maybe you've made the wrong move playing this late into the round. Then you start losing players to the smoke spam. You're not gaining any more space. The bomb's getting tagged up. You know, we're feeling the pressure watching it. MIBR are feeling it tenfold in the server right now. This is brutal.
Well, at least the maximum loss bonus is on their side. They'll fully invest once again. 9-1 down. These rounds are possible. They pack a punch, these Brazilians. But it's Dem Cup continuing to dominate. Another opening frag. Breno goes down. And for now, it's Warrow with full control of the ramp itself, covering Krasnal. They're not even going to look right. You at least have a glance, surely. Have a look. Insani offers himself up for free, and yeah, this one continues to spiral.
Henry, Silver Linings, Greer. Well, they haven't died yet, actually, and well, they have got max loss bonus. So.
Oh, dude, it's so crazy that these are the things that we're having to like clutch onto,
well,
right?
Yeah, in the absence of anything else. I mean, poor MIBR. This Vertigo pick has been very volatile for them.
Yeah, I mean, it looked sick when they played it in the opener, right? They had that win over Maus, but as mentioned, that was with like Safe having one of his good games. Even though Insani was a little quiet, you had other players who could make up for that. But it's like right now, Safe ain't giving you the openings. So that as they try to pass it down the line, what's happening to Insani in a lot of these rounds? Kind of getting caught on like weird pushes, right? Feels like he kind of doesn't have as solid a read over Vertigo as he does the other maps in MIBR's pool.
Here we go,
Safe, come on. He's been so quiet in this game. But that one kill there, that's already put a bit more life in MIBR in this round. It's allowed that plant to come through.
Yeah, it's actually looking like there's a chance at least. 3 AK-47, sure. It's a 4-on-3. They have no utility, but they do have firepower in their arsenal. Oh no, coordinated assault is going very well. They know exactly where exit is. They need to step up. He's got fire in his toes, and unfortunately, the round will fall apart once again. One of the better rounds. We'll say that much. He got the bomb planted at least, and with the maximum loss bonus, we'll have everything going forward, including the AWP, I'd imagine. Drop can actually drop it over to Safe. So another tactical timeout. Bear in mind, we have one slot left here in Group B. The final game of the day, final game of the week. And MIBR completely unraveling at the seams here.
Dude, the thing that's so crazy about this round, like, Sumdayan comes in on this flank, gets away with a double kill. At that point, you know, kind of par for the course, he's the B player. The thing that's crazy to me, Guy still has his Molotov. Dude, you're the B anchor. You're starting rounds off alone over towards B. He's not even mollying main. That's how, like, content Monte feel with both their read on the game and the fact that MIBR aren't applying a lot of pressure early. The B anchor just held his molly, used it to deny Exit's 1v4 attempt in at the sandbag.
If I'm MIBR, let's pick up the pace. Let's use some Brazilian flair here. Let's start showing we can just group up, set piece and stop trying to play the mind games here. Stop trying to bring out the 4D chess. Let's just go back to the basics. Maybe just get towards B and get stuck in. I would say that would be my advice if I'm the coach at this point. We'll see what they've got in mind here. Is it a run boost potentially? They've got enough people over there to suggest it might happen. At late? No, okay.
It's 4D chess again. Yeah,
we're slowing it down.
What's your experience with the fourth dimension, Harry?
Only been there a handful of times.
Only a handful.
But yeah, it's always a good time. I kind of like that they're going to try and go mid, honestly. It's nice to just remind Monte that this is an option. The only downside for MIBR is that they don't really know what's been happening in mid. The only areas of the map that they have really seen in the early stages is a ramp. So as they come here, they learn that Monte have this double setup over in mid. They see that for the first time. And so already it's kind of moved them away from this part of the map. the pressure there is at least nice. It means that Monte have to constantly keep an eye on mid in this round, and that's something that's like a pressure that Monte haven't felt in the last couple.
This is not bad, though. They've got a 4-4. That favors the T side here, especially if they can execute nicely. They've got a couple of smokes and Molotovs, a bit of a fake or a lure coming in from safe here. Young confirms B presence, and he's now got a lot of pressure. The Molotov will land at his feet. He might burn alive before he even gets a chance to fire. Breno takes him down here, looking for their second round. We'll have to get past Big Bro, though. Waiting in the smoke at this stage, and Safe continues to backstab. So that's going to pause, and that's been the biggest problem here. Don't slow it down too much,
I'm
boys.
actually terrified because the amount of times I've seen teams lose rounds where they try to rotate back with the bomb and then the guy holding deep gets killed. Oh God, oh God, oh God. It's kind of like that. Kind of like that, if you could imagine it. So now the bomb's quickly going, oh shit, oh fuck. And so they pick that up and they're trying to run back over towards me. Drop. Oh God. Oh God, drop. I don't think there's time. I don't think there's time. He doesn't have it. Even if he wasn't killed, he didn't have it.
This call is GG. Right,
oh boy.
GG. You can't keep doing that, lads. 3 times in one half. Like, come on now. You didn't turn up today. You don't deserve to win this map. It's all just unraveled in front of our very eyes. The same thing, the indecision, the inexperience shining through for some of the players. I'm not sure how you can explain that one. Just get the bomb planted. You've got the bomb, so you got control. Just overthinking it. The backstabs, everyone focusing in on their individual plays instead of just getting the bare basics done, and that's an absolute nightmare of a finish. MIBR will force by again and bring out a couple of AKs. They've got just a few more opportunities, and the Orb's going to strike first. Warrow inside their heads now. Bro, maybe overstepping the market. Fall back with the advantage perhaps, but continues to frag. I stand corrected as they completely maul them in the B lobby. They've got bomb. And presumably the round as well. Great finish as we go 12-1 here. What an absolute disaster.
Throw in the towel.
They're not defending themselves.
Yeah, no, I don't see them guarding their face at this point. This has to be called.
I got one more silver lining.
Oh, you have?
Right?
I think Hank wasn't running out of them.
Last, it still hasn't been exhausted yet.
Okay.
The series earlier today, MIBR versus EG, opened up 16-1 to MIBR, and then it went on to be a quinfuckle overtime affair with multiple OTs coming down the pipeline. Well done. And it ended up super close.
That's a good point.
So maybe that's what this is.
We haven't mentioned that too often. We did on the desk, but it's their second game of the day.
That
can be a tall order.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. There's no denying
and it's, unfortunately, this is the map MIBR won. They actually won 16-6 on the first outing. This is the rematch, right? They won 2-1 in the series. They blew Monte out of the water here. So this is setting the tone for the rest of the 2 maps that are left, maybe even 1, because this is just out of control now. MIBR are playing themselves more often than not.
Would you attribute it more to Monte, doing their homework, reviewing that 16-6 and kind of having some degree of like preparation?
I don't know about that. I think MIBR honestly just playing themselves. It's down to their indecisions and the way they're handling these mid-round calls. It's just all over the place.
It even just looks a little sleepy. Yeah. Like even the nature, and that's why early on, like we said, kind of feels like they're just on autopilot.
Four opportunities where it looked like the round's done. It's in their wheelhouse. You can get this one over the line. All they have to do is plant the bomb, and then they're just so slow. They don't group up. No one wants to make that first move.
The other thing that's crazy is because they sometimes go for these real late round plays, but usually it has the flair of players who can create the room for you in those moments, right? It's like you're playing within the last 20 seconds. So whatever you do, we just got to get the 2 kills that get us into this site. And that's kind of where MIBR are being let down right now. No one's fragging, It's not just Insanity, it's not just Safe. No one is putting up numbers yet for MIBR.
15 seconds.
And if that never gets rolling, it will never get started for the Brazilians. They find their way in. That's nearly a collateral for Warrow 2K. Breno's looking to get the bomb planted. And Warrow does look to push him. Demka dead, and Warrow's got this guy pinned in behind default. MIBR don't need to give him a fight here, but you can see Breno's looking a little antsy, waiting on default. Warrow deletes him, and now it's just exit.
Full defuse up.
Clash of the IGLs, clash of the leaders. Warrow swinging it wide at 17-3, wants to end this with the kill. What a flick from Warrow 2K, and that will keep MIBR down in the dumps, a 2v1 that they couldn't close out.
Adding insult to injury. What an amazing clutch from the in-game leader. AWP in hand, his signature weapon, and manages to read the situation to perfection there. Oh, so well done. managed it so well, and now they've posted 13 rounds to 1. Just one more opportunity here as MIBR. They don't have much left. This has gone so terribly for them.
Gosh, yeah, you can't help but feel a little bit of that agony that Breno is stomaching, watching another round slip through your fingers. You're powerless in that spectator slot. Okay, it gets, well, I mean, I'll give you a silver lining. This is the last round of their T-half. They won't have to stomach another one. Maybe they can leave with just a little taste of victory, just a morsel of success. Demka doesn't seem to think so. He's already taken Safe down, and Safe, your kind of litmus test, Harry, that you set out. He's got 5 frags to 13 at the end of that attacking half.
It's your own map pick, right? You're 13-1 down. You didn't even turn up to play, and right now we do have a chance, but not much of one as they continue to drop numbers here. 3-on-2 at least. Can Breno do anything about it? He's been relatively quiet by his standards. Down he goes as well.
This is a brutal way to look to end it. It's going to come down to a 1v2 for Exit, but the bomb is under Monte's control. And this is where you've got to give Monte props, right? Because even though MIBR have looked a little sleepy, a little slow, the responses have been so decisive from Monte. Even in this round, when they learn about Exit mid, they know that that meant they had a 2v1 available, likely for the bomb, because they saw Exit didn't have it. And so they go and they take these fights down at ramp, and they push it, and they take the real estate. And now they've left entirely. They've said, Exit, you know what? Waste all the time in the world looking for this bomb. Even once you get it, Monte is still going to be ready to receive. They've got a guy out through mid, ready to shut down this A plant. Exit will be able to get the numbers plugged in, and his teammate in Krasnal is a little ways out. There's no way you're ready for someone here so damn fast after the last call you heard was 2 players pushed ramp. Monte 14-1 in this first half. this one. Makes it look too clean.
The signs of exhaustion are clear. MIBR, after a 4 to 5 hour series against Evil Geniuses in the last chance of ESL Pro League Group B Season 18, and MIBR have come into their map pick flat. I don't know what's flatter than a pancake, maybe MIBR.
Yeah, you might be onto something there. Their map pick, and they haven't arrived on the server thus far. 14-1. Monte have a wide open net here. Just a couple more rounds will do it, and we'll see if they can confirm map points in the pistol here. They're heading towards A with all 5 players, emphatic pace behind it as they prepare themselves for a short push here. CTs will be lying in wait, but more of a conservative hold here.
Oh, smoke attempts to be blocked there by MIBR. That's Insani inside of the site with a pair of dual Berettas. I don't know why, I got a good feeling for MIBR here. There's one kill for safe. Waro dead. MIBR. Can they stick the landing now that it's 5v4? Plant bound. Bro tries crossing out, and they will at least get the trade, keeping the advantage on their side. 4v3 as they explode on in.
Good shots back from Demka and SDY. They kept it level. Krasnal power position. Good info from Demka, but with Krasnal down, it's safe with a spectacular sequence on the pistol.
Well, it goes without saying they needed it. It's a decent retake at this point. Just get warmed up into the series. Try and establish some control, build up the finances here. They do need to get past round number 2. With the bomb planted, Khalils are available, but still a successful retake here. Great shots landing, and it's safe to close things out as well. Beautiful execution there with the USP, and as mentioned, Khalils are available here. So Bro and Krasnal will confirm the purchase, and MIBR not out of the woods just yet. They'll be having to consider their options in terms of firepower as well. They want a mixture of rifles and utility. So 3 M4s, a couple of MP9s, and they've got plenty of smokes and incendiaries as well. Huge round here, of course. If they can potentially find this one clean, maybe they're onto something, who knows. But for now, first interactions towards the A ramp, spamming is Insani. Nothing quite connects, but Bruno, he might find the first kill, no problem. It's not going to be the first, but still, he will fire back, bring it back to a 4-4.
Well, they've burned through almost the entirety of their utility belts, finding themselves with just that smoke on Waro and 2 flashes on SDY, currently probing middle. That smoke won't be up forever. You expect to see those 3 CTs A side to investigate and start to maneuver back. But as it currently stands, there is a gaping chasm over towards that B side. Just the 1-man drop on an island. Isolated by this mid-presence. They have to rotate safe, otherwise this is going to be really tough. Bro keeps that ramp presence shown. And oh, Hexit, a cursory glance ends in his demise. Rest should fall into place nicely here. A bit of a miscom on the team flash there, but still they're going through. Waro commits to the spray. It's good from one, but nice back from Breno. Not ready for another. What? The silencer in that. Not sure SDY clearly didn't have an idea as to where those bullets had come from. First is the second is better, Bro! Explodes on the transfer.
That's absolutely sick. How's he pulled that one off? He knew exactly where they were, controls the Galil to perfection there, and in a crossfire that looked like there was no chance he would even rupture the first. He manages to get both. That is absolutely sick.
Look at this. Oh, that is such great, like, spatial awareness, knowing where the next fight's going to come from, knowing what was required to win that 1v2.
Oh, just
he read them like a book, man. And yeah, for MIBR. Oh,
hey, yo.
Kind of a cool opener for Safe. Sick that he started to rise up the scoreboard, but it feels like it's too little, too late.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's a safe bet at 15-2.
You can say that. I think you know what?
You know, if he goes like 50 and 14 from this point onwards, fine, you know? I'll eat my words on that one, but
would you eat a hat?
No, maybe a shoe.
A slice of humble pie, maybe.
Oh, sounds nice.
Oh, the old shoe. I remember. I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
boots.
Like,
throwback to
that. Vince era shoe eating contest.
So it was a chocolate boost in the end, I believe.
Yes, so
the
did kind of tone it down quite considerably.
Instead of leather.
I guess I'll eat the chocolate.
Oh no! You got me there. Got a doctor's note, lads. No leather. Can't.
Well, can they convert? Opening frag was beautiful from Safe, and there's a little bit of complication here because the CT residing in the smoke. Bro seems to have no idea, and that's going to lead to their demise. Beautiful stuff here as MIBR hold on to the first map. 5 versus 1. Rasnor is trying to inflict damage. 30 seconds remain. He'll only find one, so they've done enough to keep the dream alive. 12 rounds in a row required on the CT side. It's their map pick. They'll try and get as deep as possible. Might as well get these players activated, revitalized after a long series today.
Honestly, I think, you know, if you're MIBR at this point, firstly, it's like the age-old saying, take it a round at a time. But more so than that, I would just focus on, like, getting to a point where even if you lose this map, which is more than likely, you kind of look back on it and you go, yeah, I felt like awful in the first half, but at least I kind of got a bit more myself by the time, you know, that second map rolled around.
Getting the individuals online here, just having a couple of nice rounds, some good spray downs. Fend off these pistols. You should be onto something here. And Exit confirms the first frag. He takes a lot of damage, but does sneak away. He's got drop to back him up as well. So it is going to be the force buy, of course, from Monte. Losing that first kill once again. Still pushing in towards the B side. And the bomb goes down. It falls off the side of the building as well. So it's been given up. They'll have to adjust the setup here. How can they do anything with this? A scout and an SMG is about all they've got.
Exit just needed drop moments ago for nearly 50 points of damage. Waro with this scout is looking for the kill that brings Monte into this B site.
Oh, wow.
And there it is.
Surely not, though.
Nah.
Can't
Surely not.
picture a way this would work out for them. That was the chance.
Yeah.
If Brenner goes down there, you never know. But once again, bomb spotted. CT's with full control of B. Monte just waiting for mistakes at this stage.
Check out what Some That Young's about to do. Oh, wait. Oh, damn. I really hoped. I really hope. Sometimes I think you just got to fire it out there. Because imagine a world where he just goes, bot, round over. I look like an absolute genius.
You would look like, yeah.
And now when he lost it, I go, yeah, of course he lost. Man.
Yeah,
He had a
guys,
Tech 9, 1v4, basically.
about?
Like, prove it.
This might
Here
be
we
a bit of
go.
a CC, guys. That's cosmetic comeback for anyone not.
Yeah, yeah, I like the abbreviation.
Five clocks.
Yeah, and that's going to be holding back, waiting for the initial aggression, grouping up, and we'll see if they can do anything with it. It's going to be quite a nice crossfire. MIBR read it well. Exit will take contact, setting up safe here, and they can just duck and weave with each other's contact and get the expected result. There we have it, 15-5. And those are the sort of round, though, you can start thinking, all right, well, at least on the HLTV scoreboard, this doesn't look as tragic as it once was. You're building it back in, you know? A 16-1 compared to a 16-6 is a world of difference. That's a nice silver lining.
We've got the full Silver Linings playbook out tonight, guys.
No, but like, honestly, you know, I mean, I think if you're MIBR, if you get this to like, say you lost somehow 16-10, right? Okay. And then you look back and you go, well, hey, like, we won, you know, one pistol or whatever in that first half. Like, 14. Damn, you know, like this could have been a whole different game.
And you could say, oh, sure. We lost 16-7, but we got 14-1 in the first half.
Yeah.
We stayed alive a while.
You kind of find the silver lining.
You got to look for it sometimes, and it's always there. And now Monte with a compromised buy, a couple of Galils, holding on to the majority of the utility. They still have 4 Molotovs. Good executing towards B. Setting up utility potential from T-Spawn though. Sunday Young will shoot out the windows. And for a plethora of smokes in that position, but still a minute 10 on the clock. Moro showing presence towards the A ramp and setting up said grenades now.
Okay, so this feels like it could be
faking towards A with the smokes.
Yeah, mid first port of call. Bro, trying to make that space, take that space, and ooh, he's been spotted out. Information flowing both ways as Bro takes a real risk. Getting across though. Krasnal into the side, didn't clear his corners. Exit will find the double in defense of B. Bomb under his rule. One back from Waro, but this one is a certainty. MIBR with 4 alive as well.
Yeah, an interesting approach there. Monte going for the full A fake. Not really showing any presence. No one behind it, just a few smokes. And in towards B they went, trying to force the issue towards middle. Didn't really work out whatsoever though. Exit, ready and waiting, spraying them down. Had good positional control, good flashbangs, and 3 players ready and waiting as well. So there it is, 15-6 now. Waro will have nothing to say about it. 5 seconds remains. He'll just have to save the AK and get no extra cash going forward. No plant either.
I mean, Waro's line of thinking is like, I'm 21-9. I'm not going to double digits right now. It's all well and good. He still believes there's plenty of time to walk this one over the finish line. I feel like Bro could have actually done something kind of cool in that round there, but he like just flubbed a random jump in the corner near elevator, and then they knew that he'd pushed. You know, he actually hit a great timing past that flash. He pointed out like over towards CT. And he recognized how sick the position he got to was for denying rotates. Probably wouldn't have come to a matter, if we're being honest, with how everyone else got wrecked.
Oh, this is a heavy investment of MIBR early to control the potential for like a Tech 9 charge. It's working well. It's kept them at bay, but peeking over that smoke is Waro.
Absolutely, waiting for the challenge. Got that hero AK-47 safe in the previous round. Will he be able to make a dent here? Opening kill is his. Well controlled on the spray as well. Can he continue though? Insani, one of the stars of Group B, looking to respond, holding his ground. Not allowing them to press any further up that ramp. He's got his teammate joining him as well. It's going to be safe. No AWP available just yet, but holding on to the A control. It's going to be a B finish here from Monte. The 5-on-4. With 2 players over there as well, this might be enough. They've still got 2 smokes and a Molotov here, but back towards middle. So what have they got in store? Going to be swapping over the AK. Waro is low. Hands it over to Samdaya. Just a contact play towards middle potentially, yeah.
Insani, who's sat bottom of the board for MIBR, having a really, really rough game of Vertigo here, 5-18, and he's the guy responsible for mid right now. He's the guy about to be facing off against all 4 of these Monte players, and it's just the one and done for Insani. Still too strong over towards B as Monte play this one in the final 20 seconds. They get past exit. Drop tries to do it alone, but he is overran, and so it's Safe who has to stop this map being stolen away by Monte in the 1v2.
Safe, they are coming for him, and he takes down the healthiest of the bunch. It's all onto SDY now. A scrap of health, but positionally he seems sound. Safe has no idea, no clue. SDY takes the fight, brings it to him, and 16-6, a bitter, bitter pill to swallow. MIBR late into the evening, 10 o'clock local, and the first map a thrashing. Monte 1-0 up.